Hello, Sagittarius. How are you? Welcome to your April 2021 tarot using the Murder of Crow Tarot. I've done an off-screen pre-shuffle, and now we ask for our message or messages, usually messages, even though they all tie together, for the month of April for you. Just know that your sign right now, Sagittarius, is getting a current little boost due to the sun being in the sign of Aries. Aries is a fellow fire sign, and you'll more than likely be feeling that little extra boost of energy, that little extra boost of drive, that little oomph that makes you a little extra peppy because of the shared fire energy that is there. Now, halfway through April, on April 19th, the sun will move into the sign of Taurus, and some of that spark will kind of fizzle down from a roaring bonfire to that of a sparkler that you put on your birthday cake. And that's simply because of Taurus being an earth energy. It's not showy, it's not pizzazzy, it's not fiery and passionate. It is very driven, almost to the point of being stubborn though. So while we are waiting for the rest of our messages to show up, if you like your video or your reading, please feel free to give my channel a subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well so you know when I come on and do extra readings or whenever I post a video, as I do daily videos as well for daily tarot. I'm sorry, I just have to turn off my phone. I usually have the ringer off most of the time. I don't know why I have it on now. That's out of the blue. So back to the administrative stuff. To go along with the hitting the notification bell, liking, subscribing to the channel, I am going to be running a bit of a contest to see which sign can get the most views, likes, interactions, shares, because you can share your favorite YouTuber content. Whichever sign at the end of April has the most interactions, views, likes, comments, they will get extra readings in May. And the readings that I kind of have planned to be extra are a love reading, a financial reading, and an oracle card reading. Now, I may change the oracle card one to what is your shadow side, what shadow work needs to be done. Scorpio had one of these cards only in the reverse. But yeah, the shadow side stuff could be an interesting one. So we'll see. I haven't fully decided on what that third one's going to be. So, endings for you, Sagittarius. You have a number of endings coming up here for you. At least that is what is playing out in the background. Now, you do have three major arcanas. And the cards I'm going to talk about right now are what is playing out in the background, what is the background influence in the reading. It's not necessarily what is happening in your day-to-day life or that you can immediately sense is happening or dealing with. It is more in the background, and this is what is influencing everything else that you are seeing. And we start off with a bunch of endings. The first card that came out, 10 of Wands, fire sign. It is carrying a heavy burden, and you've been carrying it for far too long. And it's time to put those down. Tens in the tarot is endings. It is ending of that particular suit. So it is an ending of carrying that burden. And those burdens have been causing you a lot of pain. There's the 10 of Swords. So you have been through a painful cycle, and that cycle is now ending. We have major arcana card of the World, and the World card is the ending of a major cycle. It is the last card of the major arcana, and things are really closing out. Now, in my daily tarots, if you go back and watch April 2nd daily tarot, that is a huge influencing energy for the entire month, for the entire collective. And the World card is in there because it is the ending of a cycle. We literally, I'm tripping over my own words. We literally have ended a karmic cycle at the end of March. So things are still kind of closing out. They're not quite done. They are in its very tiny baby phases of it. So that's what's playing out for you, is you're releasing these burdens. You're letting go of all of this pain that carrying these burdens caused. And this cycle is closing out. The only way that you could get any more of a confirmation of a closing of cycles would be if the death card showed up, which it did not. So onto the body of the read. Here are the things and the energies that you are going to be noticing quite in the foreground. It's your day-to-day stuff that is happening that you can see. We start off with the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, earth energy, often talks about money, employment, all things tangible. However, it is working on a skill, and you're starting to get somewhere. You're starting to notice that things are clicking. Things are advancing, although because it is earth energy, it is advancing quite slowly. Up next, we have the King of Wands, fire energy. He's very passionate, very driven, not necessarily the best for commitment. If that's what you're looking for, your King of Wands is not the guy. The King of Wands is very much that business CEO type energy. He's a little bit ruthless. He only cares about profit. Up next, we have the Five of Pentacles, and this is a feeling of lack, and this could be a lack in your financial or employment status. Up next, we have a Major Arcana card, and that's the Tower. So the Tower card is something that comes in and shakes you to your foundation. It rocks your foundations. The good side to the foundation is that news does not have to be negative news. And it also shows you where the cracks in your foundation are. Because if you have a weak foundation or a foundation that has a crack and you let it go, your foundation will crumble and everything will fall. So the Tower card, not necessarily a bad thing. It might feel like a bad thing at the time as well, but we'll get more into that in a moment. Up next, okay, right away, I can tell you right now, this Tower, it might be rocky. It might be like, whoa, earthquake, or getting hit by lightning type energy. But with the Six of Wands being victory after a battle, you're coming out on the right side of it. It's going to shake you. It's going to rock you. It might be the wake-up call that you've been looking for or needing. Or that one major thing to happen for things to start moving in your direction. Sixes are a movement card. Six of Wands is movement forward. Like I said, victory after a battle. Up next, speaking of battles, we have the Page of Swords. Now, Scorpio, if you are Sagittarius, if you are a Scorpio cusper, you got this card in the reverse. But because this card came out in the upright for you, the Page of Swords is the youth of the court card, and the key words are message, which all pages are a potential message, but it is also being, you're facing some challenges and you're not sure, you don't quite have the confidence that you can tackle these types of challenges, but when the card comes out in the upright, it means you do, and that it's just your confidence that is making you think. Keyword with all things swords, it's think, it's stuff going on in your mind and in your brain. So it's making you think that you don't have the knowledge or the skills to face this challenge head on, but you do. And what better way to end the month with this particular card energy, especially with having all of this ending energy happening and playing out in the background throughout the month. You've got the very first card of the Major Arcana, the New Beginning. This is the Fool card, and the Fool card talks about taking a leap of faith into the unknown. You don't know where you're going, you don't know where you're landing, but all you're taking with you are the things that are going to help you and that you really need. So what that means is your cycle has ended at the beginning of the month and carries through the entire month, and then you end off the month with a new beginning and a new start. So again, this is why the Tower isn't necessarily as bad as it sounds. This Tower could just be that final closing out. Now, you've been working really hard on a skill and you've been putting a lot of passion and drive into it, a lot of gusto, a lot of oomph, and you might be getting a little fearful as to your money reserves or how you're going to pay the bills. You're not sure how this new skill is going to serve you. But there's a Tower moment coming in, and the Tower moment is going to be different for each one of you individually. And because this is a general reading, it's really tough for me to pick out and say what that Tower moment could be. But that Tower moment could be whatever this is that you've been working on very diligently and really feeding. Even though you may have drained your financial resources to do so and to get there, you might get some sort of notice that you're getting the promotion or you're getting something that is going to help you move forward. Now, this Tower moment could be a positive in one aspect, meaning that yay, you got the job or your business is starting to take off and it's successful, but at the same time, you might have to actually literally move. And you're not sure that that's where you want to go, but you're willing to take that leap of faith into something new. This skill, this something new that you're taking a leap of faith into, this is a real wild card. It's an unknown. You haven't told a lot of people about it, and you're keeping it close to your chest. And when it does come time to take that leap of faith, you're basically bringing with you whatever you can pack in a couple of suitcases, and you might literally be moving somewhere else to pursue this, whatever this skill, this thing that you've been working on. It is really going to be something beneficial, and this could help you too, having this knowledge that there's this new beginning coming near the end of the month, and I do feel this is at the end of the month, to help you let go of those burdens, put those burdens down, and to know that this old lack mentality is potentially coming to an end, and to be ready to dive in head first into this something new and leave this painful cycle behind you. So I'm going to leave it here, Sagittarius, and I will talk to you soon.